John, good morning, John. I just wake up. The time here is 7:59. Yeah. Now, John, I understand that the policy has changed, and I'm not aware. Okay, so I read on your message here. Hey, I'm sorry for sending the message of the midnight. Abdul want me to pay 100% before, and he got the central bank for ASI. He said the 5,000 and deposit doesn't work for him. Okay. Now the policy of the office. I just received a message from Paul. Now I think you already you were being explained by Abdul and Paul. All right. I will show you the message that Paul sent me that you were hesitant to pay. Now, the policy of that exporting now has changed. When you pay the payment, remember I told you that once you make a 5,000 as a commitment, immediately you pay the balance. I think you misunderstood. Immediately you pay the balance so that the gold will be brought to the central bank and apply for the export. I think you misquoted me. So I'm gonna this is what Paul was saying. Yeah.
Once the Arab buyer instruct his bank to do the transfer to our Noujoum account, the bank will do his transfer today and send him a payment slip. Him a payment slip that the transfer has been done. Mineral Consulting will take the payment slip and attach it to the application letter that's stating that we want to export 100 kilos to Dubai because the Arab buyer is from Dubai. We want to export 100 kilos to Dubai. Now, the central bank will accept the application letter with that of the payment slip, which states that the gold has been paid for. Because if there is no payment slip that states that the gold has been paid for, it will be like the gold is smuggling out of Guinea. So as soon as Mineral Consulting receive a payment slip from the Arab buyer about this 100 kilos, immediately it's going to be attached. Because if the bank doesn't see, if the central bank doesn't see the payment slip that the 5 kilos of gold or the 100 kilos of gold of the Arab buyer or the 5 kilos of gold of the Korean buyer was paid for, how can they smell the gold in the central bank? How can the gold be smelled? And you and I, we know that when the gold enter the central bank, it doesn't come out again. When they enter the central bank, it's ready for export. So you need to make it explicit to John. It is not in the revised contract. He was showing us the previous contract. It is not in the revised contract. The revised contract, the terms and conditions are very clear. So just make him to understand that he will receive the invoice from us and let him make the payment. And as soon as he make the payment, his gold is going to be smelted. As soon as the Mineral Consulting receive the transfer of his 5 kilos, he issued the payment slip. Abdul Bakar, everybody will take the payment slip and attach to the application letter and take the 5 kilos to the central bank. The central bank will inspect the application letter and that of the bank statement that state that the 5 kilos were paid for. Immediately, they will do the smelting, the analysis report will come out, the certificate of origin will come out, the certificate of ownership is going to come out, everything in the name of John and his company address. Then he can leave on Friday or maybe on Saturday. So you have to clarify that to him. His $5,000 deposit is in the office. Heyman never did that. We've never done that before. Heyman never did that. I told him we never did that before. So you have to clarify to him. He said that he's going to call you. So please make it explicit. We remain committed to him. He's going to go with his 5 kg. There is no problem. He saw it today. He saw it yesterday. I'm going to send you another video of what he saw today. So there is no problem. As soon as he do it, everything is going to be issued with his document and let him fly to Korea. So let him, as soon as he receive my message, make it explicit to him. And he said that he was going to call you as well.
John, I think you hear what Paul was saying. Don't worry, you pay, because that is now the policy has been changed. So you have been given a receipt. Your money is in the office. So once you pay the whole lot, this is cash and carry. Once you pay the whole lot, the gold will be brought to the central bank, and they will apply for the export to the central bank that they will export the gold to you, right? The central bank would not give any certificate unless they saw the receipt of cash inflow. Cash inflow means that you did pay the gold to the owner of the gold. Now that is the policy of the central bank. Even in Mali, exactly the same. So my buyer from Malaysia, what he did, he paid the deposit of $5,000 immediately. Within that moment, he transferred the payment bank to bank. I think you misquoted my explanation to you. I told you that on our conversation that when you inspect the gold, you pay the down payment of maybe 5,000 or 10,000, but because you only bring the limited cash, because you are not allowed to bring more money, the 5,000, it is a commitment. Immediately you have to transfer the payment. I think you did misquoted me. So it was explained in the office. My buyer from Malaysia, he has no problem. He make a deposit of $5,000 immediately within that day. He transferred the payment bank to bank immediately. So on your case, you already saw everything. You don't need to be worried because everything was already been explained to you. I think you misunderstood. Now, and it says here, and the principal, I can't even see the ASI packaging process. I just get the gold package from Abdul. After the process is done, that's what you expect. That is the policy now. So why not tell the John, Paul and Abdul that can I come to the central bank if you want? Mhm. Tell them. All right. So don't worry. Uh, Proceed your payment. All right. Proceed your payment. You will not be duped for short. I can guarantee you because we have a buyer from Dubai, he got the gold, and from Arab, he got the gold. So I understand that you were hesitant. You don't need to be hesitant because you already saw everything. You were been well welcome, and the seller owned the building. No one will get your money out of you that they will run away. The mineral consulting will not run away. He owned the building. You know that, and I know you are just starting. You are scared of your money. You don't need to because Mr. Alhaji will not do anything wrong against you. Just pay because that is the policy now of Conakry, and I'm not aware of. Mhm. So now that Paul sent me the voice, and I will explain to any customer every year the government change the policy. So the seller has to follow the rules of the central bank because the central bank is very strict as well. Especially there's so many hold upping. The foreigner, they might hold up the central bank. It's now very strict. So very, very strict. So you will get the gold, right? So you pay the whole lot. If you want, just say, okay, I will pay the 2 kilos, give me the gold, whatever. But you order your 5 kilos. On the contract, it's very clear. On the revised contract, right? You pay the 5,000, the balance, you pay that after inspection. Can you see that on the contract? Mhm. So go back and talk to Abdul. I'm gonna talk to Abdul because I just wake up and the time difference is different, and I switch off all my phone because I don't need to be disturbed when I'm asleep because I'm already exhausted and tired working overnight. I work long hour, so there is no issue here, John. Right? You will get the gold, and Abdul and Paul would be in the airport with you together. The gold, they will hand over the gold to you. The problem is here the central bank would not allow and get the certificate unless you pay because it would reflect the cash inflow. The cash inflow means that you did pay the gold. That is now the new regulation. Even in Sierra Leone, when I was there, there are so many problems with the buyer because the buyer are hesitant to trust. So you are already trusting mineral consulting, the office, you saw the office, the company will not run away with your money. So I think the policy we have to follow. So it's up to you to decide or to continue. So if you don't want to trust mineral consulting group of company, then you're gonna, what a waste of time. I'm sure you're gonna be happy. I can guarantee you because I know my seller. I've been to the office several times and we don't have any issue. I think Paul explained to you that we have the buyer from Dubai. He paid and the Arab came to the office and he paid the gold and he was been waiting. So it's your decision. I cannot force you to do so, but I explained to you that that is now the policy of the government, the central bank. So the owner of the gold has to follow the policy of the government, right? Mineral Consulting Group of company will not do anything against you because we are here to do business. I understand that you are new and you're afraid. You don't need to be afraid because Wilhelmina will tell you that yes, I can guarantee you you will get the gold. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, John, and have a late evening on your end. And I don't know what time now in Conakry. I just wake up. That's why, and I'm going to see my doctor today. I'm going out, okay, in 4 hours time. So when you wake up, I will uh, I will call you back late evening, and that's all. It was explained to you in the office, and I'm too far, and I don't have any issue with the office because the office is really do the whatever the government regulation they followed. They've been in good business, John. They own the concession. The company owns 7 concession. So you are just starting. I understand that, and you are afraid. You don't need to be afraid because Mineral Consulting Group of company will not run away from your money. Okay? I'm sure you will be happy once you get the gold. I'm sure. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning and good evening.